When you wake up in the morning and you laying in that bed and you're getting ready to get up and you think to yourself, man, I don't feel like getting out this bed. Oh, I don't want to go to this job. And it's messing with you, really messing with you. Is it because you're not living in your purpose? Let's talk about it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So what's on my mind? The other day I was going to do a video about purpose. And for y'all that don't know, a lot of my videos that I do are over, sometimes it's content that I've seen on Instagram. Sometimes it's personal. Sometimes I bring it from things or people that I know from the past, or even that's what's going on now. But most of the stuff is related to things that go on in my life or around me. It don't have to necessarily be nobody's business. I say that to say this. I wanted to do the video about what's your purpose. And the reasoning behind it was because I really don't feel like I know my purpose. And I was told that, think about the last time you were excited. Think about the last time that you were like amped up about something and the passion was there. And it was hard for me to really pinpoint one thing. I enjoy gardening. Y'all know I love Ghana. But what's my passion? What am I supposed to do? Who am I here to help? So the video that I was getting ready to do, it kept getting messed up. So it's early in the morning here in Michigan. Just left the gym, and I said, why not go ahead and do a video? So I also took some notes, wrote me some notes, and leave in the comment if you know what your passion is, what it is that you are supposed to be doing with your life. Why are you on this earth? So purpose is different from your goals or passion. A goal is something that you just have in your mind, that you set, that you want to accomplish. You may say, I want to lose 50 pounds. That's a goal, not your passion. I mean, that's a goal, not your purpose. A passion, you may have a passion like me, a passion for gardening. But that's not my purpose. When you find your passion, I believe it becomes a compass on leading you where you really need to go or where you really need to be. I think sometimes we can have telltale signs that it's the right fit or it's the right thing that we're doing at that moment. Like sometimes I look at the clock and I'm doing something or whatever, and it say 11:11, 1:11, and I feel like that's a sign letting me know that I'm in the right place at the right time doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But yet and still, my purpose, I don't feel like I've connected to my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm using my Android, not my iPhone, so this lighting is going to change every 5 minutes. I've sat down and went over it a bunch of times and just really tried to, you know, sit there and talk to myself and try to like dig deeper and really figure out like what is my purpose. You know, I enjoy doing YouTube, but is that my purpose? So some of the notes, it's that thing that keeps calling you even when you try to ignore it. And when I think of that, I think of Ghana. I think of really like peace. Like me trying to find like peace and happiness. And I know that you can't have peace and happiness every day, but I believe it's possible to have it more often and more, you know, on a regular basis in Ghana than it is here, but still searching for my purpose. I asked my wife maybe a week or two ago, we were laying in bed, and I just asked her, like, what do you think I need to change? What do you think I need to add? What do you think I can do to better myself? And the reason why I asked her that question is because a lot of times people on the outside can see you like clearer than you can see yourself. Like they can see like, oh, you know, you're talented at this, and you know, you would be good at this. I know you like helping people and this and that or whatever. And they can, sometimes people can speak life into you, and they'll see something that you don't even recognize. So I asked her that question, and to be honest, she gave her honest opinion, but it was in a wife way where it was like it wasn't what I was looking for, you know. And not everybody's gonna have an answer for you to satisfy that. And that leads me to say, your purpose is not always going to be what you are to other people, because other people will see you in a certain way and they'll say, oh, that's your purpose, or that's what you should be doing. But that's what you are to them, so of course they don't want you to stop doing it. I read that purpose is your inner compass. So my compass must be broke. I don't know. You tell me. I've always had a thing about bringing our people together, you know, uniting us, making us one. That's why I came up with the co-op thing. It was on my mind for the longest. Me and Sean had been talking about it. Different ways to bring Ghanaians and Black Americans, Jamaicans all together to do something. And ever since I was young, I was like a little revolutionary in my own way. But majority of mornings, we can wake up feeling drained, unfulfilled, lost. Constantly comparing ourselves to others, and have a lack of motivation. And I think those things combined are due to not knowing your purpose. Because you wandering around doing everything that you gotta do 9 times out of 10 to pay them bills, take care of them kids, pay your car note, but you're not happy, you don't feel fulfilled, you don't feel like you're doing your purpose. You feel you just here existing, trying to get to the next day and then the next day, trying to get to Friday. And for those that work the weekend, Friday don't mean a thing. But I believe if you're living in your purpose, every day you can wake up and know that, you know, I have something to strive for, something that I'm going for. And maybe in some ways, me not knowing or not connected to my purpose yet, that I've made Ghana my purpose. You know, moving to my land, building a house, an apartment, whatever it may be, a structure to live in. You know what I'm saying? Living in your purpose doesn't mean it's always easy, but it feels good. Walking in it, even if you haven't figured it out. The last part, I really didn't, when I read it and was taking notes on different things, walk in it even if you haven't figured it out. And in a ways, after I sat and I thought about it, it made sense. If you know your purpose and you already have figured that out, it's in your soul, it feels right with you, it's calling you, it's all the signals, everything is connected, the light is on. Sometimes we do have to walk by faith, not by sight. Because if you know your purpose, the battle is already won. You just got to take the steps and keep stepping. Even though you may be blind, if it's your calling, a lot of these things are just going to start falling into place. So like I said, you ask yourself, what brings you peace? What do you feel most, when do you feel most alive? And another question to ask was, who do you feel you're called to help? So those are questions you can ask yourself to try to get to your purpose. Me, when I feel at peace when I'm in Ghana. I feel at peace when I'm down by the water. I feel at peace in my garden. As long as my neighbor's dogs ain't barking, I feel at peace. But if we got a lot of noise going on, it's hard to, but those are the times I feel at peace. I feel comfortable with what's going on and security. Another thing that they were saying was, my coworkers getting here, so it's about to get loud. I ain't no time was flying like that. Is your purpose will evolve, and what that means is your purpose can start with a small business and something in mind to do that, to make money or help people. And the focus can switch from that small business to something even bigger by leveling up or even changing. I think if we think about somebody like Deion Sanders comes to mind. You know, he started at a all-black school, and he went through some things. You know, people stealing and this, that going on. And he wanted to follow his sons to the next level. So he had to elevate his purpose and go to Colorado. And he's been able to help his sons succeed and also turn the school program around. Some of the last things that I have is living on purpose, alignment, living, working, and serving in a way that feels right. And once again, to me, it's like, you know, I try to live right. I try to do the best I can. I always try to be as honest as I can and upfront. Like when you don't know your purpose, one thing that you can do is always be 100% authentic. Be real, be nice to people, be courteous. You know, when you can give, if you can afford to help somebody out, help. If you can afford to lend a hand, lend a hand. Be the best version of you that you can be. It says purpose isn't a destination, it's how you walk every day. Right there speaks to exactly what I was saying. It's also how you live every day. Until you find that purpose, it's cool to just try to let your light shine. Let that purpose, almost like you're trying to let that purpose find you. Because if you're living the best way possible, golden, shining, trying to be a good person, doing the right things, not ripping people off, not trying to get over on people, but just showing genuine love. Not always feeling that you have to get something out of somebody. You know, hopefully that purpose will find you. And you will align with it, and it will align with you. Last thing is, what's your purpose? Why do you believe you're here on this earth? What are you supposed to be doing? Do you know your purpose? Are you still looking? Are you like me, still looking, still really trying to find what your purpose is within this world, with everything that's going on in your daily life? Are you still trying to find your purpose? Let me know. Leave a comment, share, subscribe, all those good YouTube things. And with that said, I love y'all. I want the best for y'all. I pray that your day is blessed. No stress, no drama. I pray that you make it back and forth from work to home and home to work safely with no incidents. And don't let nobody disturb your peace. And with that, peace. Love y'all.